told you that your number one issue in life, it's not because that you're uneducated or you're lazy. It's because that you're afraid to let go. You're afraid to let go of your past self, your past people, and your past traumas, and that's why you still stay the same. Assalamu alaikum, my name is Firdaus. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why you struggle to let go. So, the first thing is that your brain is drawn to safety. Your brain's number one priority, it's not success or growth. Your number one brain priority is safety. And your brain understands similarity as safety. That's why if you grew up in a toxic household and you move into a more safety, stable home, your brain starts to crave the same toxic behaviors and the same toxic situations. For example, if you had toxic relationships or toxic friendship or toxic parents, your brain is going to be drawn to those same toxic people instead of people who actually love and respect you. That's just the reality of your brain. That's why it's very important when you go through a toxic relationship, you need to understand the patterns and heal from that instead of just moving on to the next person. The second thing is the identity trap. You're afraid to let go of your past. You're afraid to let go of your past because you feel like that is your identity. You feel like that is who you are. You think that your history is your identity. Like the people that you have in your life are the only people who accept you. But you do not deserve to be accepted. You deserve to be seen. The third thing is that you need to make the decision to change. Because even if your brain is drawn to what it knows, it's drawn to all these patterns. Your soul always craves more, and your soul is unhappy in this previous life, and that's why you feel unhappy, and that's why you always trying to find a way to change. You could try to avoid life and you could try to avoid change, but you always will be unhappy. Or even most of the time, you're trying to look for a perfect time and trying to look for a perfect reason to change, but it's not going to happen. You're going to blink and you're going to be 60 years old. I used to stay in my bed all day long, doing nothing, scrolling in my phone. I was feeling comfortable physically, but in my body and my soul, I was feeling crippling anxiety. It was because my soul knew what it wanted and I knew what I wanted to do to get that, but at the same time, I was drawn to this life, the life that I'm used to, and that is doing nothing, complaining about everything, and being lazy. The good thing is that your soul already knows what you want. That's why you cannot stop thinking about the life that you want, the body that you want, the money that you want. You cannot stop thinking about it because that is what your soul is drawn to. Then you need to start acting according to your soul. And now that you recognize that all these patterns and all these things that you feel, it's because of your brain and it's not because of who you are, you can start looking at the patterns, recognize it, and still act according to who you want to be. That's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.